Imagine standing on the edge of eternity, watching the sky split open as the voice of God calls forth those who have been sleeping in the dust of the earth. For Seventh-day Adventists, the doctrine of the resurrection is not an abstract theoretical concept, but the triumphant climax of human history. Yet within this grand event lies a deeply poignant, deeply tender question that has stirred the hearts of grieving parents, theologians, and curious observers for generations. What happens to little children who die in infancy, particularly those who leave this world without a mother present to hold them, or whose mothers may not be among the saved? When the trumpet sounds and the grave loses its victory, who gathers these fragile souls? To many outside the Seventh-day Adventist tradition, this hyper-specific detail about the afterlife might seem like an unusual or overly detailed theological puzzle. Many Christian denominations focus primarily on the immediate transition of the soul to heaven, often picturing deceased children as instant angels floating in paradise. Because of this, the meticulous Adventist focus on the physical resurrection, the sleeping state of the dead, and the precise moments of family reunion can feel striking or unfamiliar to visitors. Why would a church care so deeply about who physically carries a resurrected infant? To understand this, one must look at how Adventists view the ultimate destiny of humanity, human emotion, and God's restorative justice. The biblical foundation for this unique perspective rests heavily on the Adventist understanding of the resurrection as a physical bodily event, paired with the imagery found throughout the scriptures regarding God's care for the helpless. In the Gospel according to Matthew chapter 18, verse 10, Jesus issues a solemn warning to his followers, saying that we must take care not to despise one of these little ones, for their angels in heaven always see the face of the Father. Furthermore, in the book of Jeremiah chapter 31, verses 15 through 17, the prophet addresses the weeping of mothers who have lost their children, offering a breathtaking promise from the Lord. Your work shall be rewarded, and your children shall come back from the land of the enemy to their own border. For Adventists, these passages establish a powerful biblical principle. God does not forget the smallest, most vulnerable victims of sin and death. Historically, this topic gained profound clarity within the Adventist movement during the 19th century through the writings of Ellen White, a co-founder of the church whom Adventists believe possessed the prophetic gift of sight. During a time when infant mortality rates were tragically high and grief was a constant companion in American households, believers longed for specific comfort regarding their lost little ones. Ellen White addressed this heartache directly, drawing back the veil on the scenes of the Second Coming. She described a divine order during the resurrection that directly highlights the tenderness of God. Think about your own life for a moment, or consider the losses your family may have carried across generations. Have you ever wondered how a loving Creator restores the broken bonds of earthly love when eternity begins? Share your thoughts or family reflections in the comments below, as hearing your stories helps build our community of faith and inquiry. When Ellen White described the moment the righteous dead are raised, she noted that as the little children come forth from their dusty beds, they do not simply vanish into light or wander aimlessly through heaven. Instead, she wrote that holy angels gather these motherless infants and place them directly into the arms of loving mothers, or assign them to guardian angels if their birth mothers are absent. But how does this intricate process actually unfold on that glorious morning, and what does it reveal about the character of God when a child's mother is not there? To fully grasp the depth of this belief, we must go deeper into the core structure of Seventh-day Adventist theology regarding death, salvation, and the resurrection morning. Adventists hold a distinct biblical view known as conditional immortality, often referred to as the doctrine of soul sleep, based on texts like Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 5, which states that the dead know nothing, and Psalm chapter 146, verse 4. Adventists do not believe that a child's soul departs instantly to heaven at the moment of death. Instead, the child rests peacefully in the grave, unconscious of the passage of time, awaiting the physical return of Jesus Christ. Therefore, the resurrection is not a spiritual reunion of floating spirits, but a literal, tangible awakening of human beings in full physical form. In real Adventist church life across the United States, this theological understanding brings immense comfort to grieving families, especially during dedicated child dedication services or memorial gatherings. When an Adventist family loses an infant, pastors do not preach that the child is looking down from heaven or serving as an angel above. Instead, they point to the blessed hope of the second coming of Christ. American Adventist culture places a heavy emphasis on family restoration, teaching that the highest joy of heaven is not just walking on streets of gold, but holding the very loved ones who were snatched away by illness, trauma, or time. However, this specific belief often leads to misunderstandings among visitors and critics. A common misconception is that Adventists believe infants who die are automatically lost if their parents were not faithful, or conversely, that Ellen White created a rule that overrides biblical grace. Adventists strictly clarify that salvation belongs to God alone, and that infants who have never committed willful sin or rejected divine truth are covered by the righteousness of Jesus Christ. Ellen White's writings on this topic do not replace Scripture. Rather, Adventists view them as a vivid pastoral illustration of God's mercy, showing that no child is left abandoned or uncared for during the vast assembly of the redeemed. When addressing the specific situation of children who have no mother present at the resurrection, whether because the mother died long before, was separated from the child in life, or did not accept the salvation of Christ, Ellen White provided a deeply comforting perspective. She described how holy angels, who acted as guardians over these little ones during their brief time on earth, immediately take charge of them. These angels carry the resurrected infants and gently place them into the arms of loving mothers who lost their own babies, or assign them to compassionate women among the redeemed. Every gap left by sin is bridged, and every motherless child is given a home filled with eternal affection. Consider how this view of God's character shapes the way we understand divine justice. When you think about heaven, do you view God primarily as a strict judge maintaining order, or as a loving restorer who attends to the smallest emotional details of human grief? Take a second to reflect on this distinction, and feel free to express your perspective in the comments section below. Yet this profound revelation raises an even deeper, more challenging question for many searching minds. If these children are resurrected as tiny infants and placed into the arms of mothers or heavenly guardians, how do they grow up in a world where death and decay no longer exist? What does life actually look like for a baby who opens their eyes for the very first time on the threshold of eternity? Bringing this entire hope together reveals the ultimate spiritual meaning behind Seventh-day Adventist teachings on the resurrection of children. For Adventists, heaven is not an ethereal, static existence where human identity is erased. It is the complete restoration of God's original design for humanity. In the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 2, the prophet writes about the righteous rising and growing up as calves of the stall. Drawing directly from this biblical imagery, Ellen White explained that resurrected infants do not remain babies forever. They enter the eternal realm as small children, but as they eat from the tree of life and drink from the river of the water of life, they slowly grow to the full stature and dignity of unfallen humanity, retaining their individual identity while developing into perfect physical and spiritual strength. This process highlights the tender, educational atmosphere of the new earth. Mothers and heavenly guardians are given the sublime privilege of watching these little ones take their first steps, learn their first lessons, and grow into maturity without ever experiencing pain, sickness, or sorrow. Address any common objections respectfully, and it becomes clear that this doctrine doesn't promote favoritism or spiritual elitism. Some critics ask why a God of total power would require a gradual growth process rather than instantly creating fully mature adults at the resurrection. Adventists answer that God values relationship, nurture, and the healing journey of human love. By allowing mothers to raise the children they lost in a world free from sin, God heals the emotional wounds inflicted by death, demonstrating that His kingdom is built on genuine connection and care. Through every detail of these prophetic insights and biblical promises, Seventh-day Adventists see a consistent reflection of the character of God. He is a God who counts every tear, notices every empty cradle, and ensures that not a single innocent life is forgotten in the vast expanse of eternity. Whether a child had a faithful mother, lost their mother in tragedy, or entered the grave completely alone, the resurrection guarantees that every child of God will find warmth, belonging, and an eternal family. Thank you for spending time with us today on the Adventist Files to explore the deep biblical roots of Adventist faith and practice. If you appreciated this thoughtful look into the scriptures and early Adventist writings, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming documentary deep dives. May the hope of the resurrection bring peace to your heart and comfort to your family today.